Hey guys, it's me. I just want to tell you guys I had a dream last night. It was a pretty good dream, but I don't know the exact meaning of it. I don't know if this is the correct camera angle for this video. Try not new camera angles. But it was kind of a weird dream. It was kind of a nice dream. It was like a wholesome but creepy dream, maybe. The best of the best. I was on a bus and I saw a picture of like a old coworker on the side of the street being sold. And I requested to get off the bus because I wanted to see what it was about. And it was a female coworker that I haven't seen in years from a past job. And she was moving to like a different city far away. It wasn't said in the dream really, but she had like all these, like it was like a yard sale, but it was in like a futuristic kind of like alley, like some sort of like almost like a Chinese market at night. And there was like lamps, like lanterns hung. And there's a strip mall too. And I talked to like these handicapped people after. But I got off. I didn't buy anything. It was like a yard sale, but it was like all like really personal items. It wasn't like a lawnmower, like a broken, thing or something. It was like all like pictures of her and her family and like things that you'd want to pack up and keep. And some of them were paintings, like artistically done, commissioned paintings of her and her family, which was like expensive and weird that they would be selling them. And I went into like the venue. It was like it was open roof, but it was very high end, so it would have been destroyed by rain and weather, so it wouldn't be possible in the real world, in real life. And I went inside of there, and she was sitting with her husband and her friends and her family, and she didn't notice me. And they were laughing and they were having a good time and they were drinking wine. And I didn't approach, they didn't notice me, so I didn't want to interrupt their moment and be some sort of like weirdo, basically like seem like a stalker. So I just kind of walked around the venue and I kind of saw that there was other people selling things as well, and there was a bar. I don't drink, but it was a nice venue, and I wanted to see maybe if I walked by a second time they'd notice me and call me over. They didn't. I didn't want to disturb them, so I left. But my rationale in the dream was that coming over and like interrupting your time with your family and your friends, and it would be weird because like I'm a barely an acquaintance. I'm a former coworker, so I didn't want to show up and do that. But the bus was going by and I saw like the pictures and I was like, oh, this is interesting. So I showed up, and maybe it would have been appropriate to have interjected myself and said, hey, I saw the thing and what's going on, like whatever, but I didn't. So then I went back to like the strip mall where there was like these disabled people hanging out, and two of them had Down syndrome. One of the people with Down syndrome had a t-shirt on with a hammer and sickle, or no, wait. Yeah, it was a t-shirt with hammer and sickle, and then they had either sunglasses or a necklace that was the Nazi SS that they gave to the stormtroopers or whatever the death squad was, the Gestapo. So both radical ideologies, and he was like this disabled guy. There's another guy in a wheelchair, and then two other guys that were kind of standing up laughing, and then a disabled woman. It was kind of like they didn't have like a group counselor or guide with them, but sometimes like these groups of disabled people go around like a mall and they hang out in the food court. It was like that, but they were alone. And I was just vibing with them and telling them about what happened, and that I decided not to talk to the person. And it was kind of, that's virtually all of the dream. It was a strange dream to have. And I can't really fully describe the visuals, but the visuals were what made it kind of vivid and nice. And I woke up, and I actually woke up, and this might be that I only hit like REM sleep deeply when I have like a dream or something, but every time I have a dream, I wake up and I feel physically and mentally a lot better. A dream that I remember, because some people say you dream every night even though you don't remember, but I don't believe that that would be true if you're not hitting the right cycles of sleep, which I might not be. But I woke up feeling really refreshed and kind of thinking more than I usually do. And it wasn't that deep. I don't think there was huge deep meanings revealed from this dream, but something that was interesting and reflecting on nonetheless. But anyways, just going to post this, and hope everyone's having a good day.